welcome to Deschutes Public Library, your next book, Kids Edition. My name is Sheila, and I'm so glad you joined me today. Today, I'm going to be talking about easy readers. I'm going to show you some of my favorite authors and my favorite series. But first, let's talk about easy readers. What are they? Well, in our library, they are the start of when your child is beginning to read, beginning to make those sounds of the words, and recognizing words. And usually around kindergarten is when they start using the easy reader books. And in our library, we put a giant E on the spine of these books so that you can recognize them right off. A lot of publishers put a level on the spine of the book or on the back as well, and it says level 1, 2, 3, 4. And in our library system, we do not use those levels. The publisher assigns those levels. So your school librarian or teacher may say, hey, we need level 2s. Well, our level 2s might not be the same as the teacher's level 2s. They are what the publisher publishes. So it's good to know how many words are in the books that your child is reading. So we always recommend to open them up and take a look at the words, the space between the words, and if there's a lot of white space so your kid is able to sound out those words. So that's a little bit about what our easy readers are. You can always call us or ask us questions for more information. Now I'm going to talk about some of my favorite books and favorite authors and favorite series in the easy reader section. This new series called Positive Power by Susie Capozzi is awesome. If you're learning characteristics about kind, thankfulness, and bravery, this one's called I Am Strong. And it's got a great story, lots of space between the words, but a little advanced for those pre-K kindergartners. One of my new favorite series is called Axel the Truck by J.D. Riley. And I love it because Axel just drives around, and I love monster trucks and gets involved in all kinds of crazy adventures. It's, again, has lots of space, lots of white, big words, and lots of repeated words, which is very important for those learning to read first. This is not necessarily a series, but it is I'm going to call it a series of Elephant and Piggy-like reading. So if you're familiar with Elephant Piggy by Mo Willems, the author has kind of recommended some authors and what he considers are similar to his books, Piggy and Elephant. So if you see this, then you know you're reading a book that's similar to Piggy and Elephant. And I love this one. It's called What About Worms by Ryan Higgins. And Tiger is brave and he is strong and he's not afraid of anything except for worms. So he goes on an adventure telling everybody what he likes, but do worms like them too? They do. This next series is about Krabby the Crab by Jonathan Fenske, and I love it because it's a kind of a smaller book for kids to hold, which is sometimes easier. It's kind of in a comic format with bubbles, but very easy, and I love crabs, and I think Krabby the Crab is hilarious. Two of my favorite authors started a series called Jack Book, and it's a dog who goes on all kinds of adventures. Of course, the dog's name is Jack, and it's by Mark Barnett and Greg Pizzoli, who I find their picture books are hilarious and full of adventure, and Jack does not disappoint. Another author that I really like in the easy reader section is Ethan Long, and he writes for very beginners. So the words are very simple. They repeat over and over. This one he has almost like a comic as well, with bubbles of words and great pictures. So this is a great easy one to start with. Another favorite author of mine is Jan Thomas. And if you're familiar with her picture books, like Rhyming Dust Bunnies, She's started an easy reader book. So this one's called There's a Pest in the Garden. And it's got words that are simple, lots of space, big, some great illustrations, some word bubbles that will attract the kiddos. The easy reader section also has some nonfiction type books. This one's called I Love Insects by Lizzie Rockwell. And again, this book has very simple words, one-line sentences, maybe some of the sight words your kindergartner might be looking at, and repeated words over and over. So those are some of my favorite books and my favorite authors in the Easy Reader series. I have many, many more you're always welcome to ask about. And just so you know, for your child who's beginning to read, look for those repeated words, lots of white space around the word, and maybe some of the sight words that they can see over and over. Well, I've had such a good time sharing some of my favorites. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.